Shalom, shalom. We are the Israelites and we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom and to downpress all of these lies that we've been taught in this earth. Because everything is a lie.
Right.
Nothing is truth.
Right.
You taught the truth, bad things happen to you. You speak lie, you profit so much in this society. And I'd rather talk truth than talk lie. That's why we're out here. We're out here to shed the truth onto our own people because we love our people. We don't love everybody. So get this whole Christian love doctrine out your head.
Right.
We aren't Christians. We are followers of Christ, but we're doing it the right way, not the wrong way. But with that, let me give all praises unto the Most High, and I say, Kola Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Emmanuel, Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Kwame Sharala. Because our people are destroyed mentally. Our people are in an elusive state where they think that lies is their refuge. Lies is not your refuge. If you want lies, you're gonna be on back. You're just gonna be destroyed. And we don't want you to be destroyed. We want to see our people in prosperity because we love our people. When we get angry with our people, it's the love that we have for them. Because we're tired of seeing them in a dust out state of mind, begging for scraps, going to work sun up and sun down, when this whole earth is supposed to be run by us. Not supposed to be run by no Caucasian boy, because the Caucasian boy runs the earth to chaos. You don't run it properly. He can't even run himself and govern himself properly. Right, your precept.
Jeremiah 9 and verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
See, so they bend their tongues for lies, and they're not valiant in the truth. That's why this whole earth, you talk lie and you profit. But when you speak the truth, what, you get eliminated. But we're going to bring out the truth because the truth will set you free. Get me John chapter 8 and verse 32.
For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord.
They proceed from evil to evil. They go and run down evil. It doesn't matter what it is. Evil's on the top of their mind. And they don't want to put the Most High first.
Right.
Therefore, what's going to happen? We're going to have chaos. That's why there's so much chaos round and about this place. A couple months ago, some of you got stabbed up down there. That's chaos. Things aren't as they seem. Because we're all in this illusion that everything is hunky-dory and fine. But everything is not hunky-dory and fine. It's destruction's gonna happen. World War III's gonna kick off soon. And we ain't gonna hold nothing back. You finish that.
This is the book of Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath Yahweh cast away his people? God forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
So this is Paul saying, God hasn't cast away his people because we are out here now bringing out the truth. So this means God hasn't cast away his people, because if he did, we'd all be consumed. None of us would be left of the so-called blacks, Hispanics and Native Americans. But because the Lord's so merciful, he hasn't cast away his people. He's giving his people grace. Not giving his people grace to go and sin. Shop on the Sabbath day. Do some stupidity that's off of the commandments. He's given us grace so that we can get it right. We can come back to him in truth and in sincerity. Sister, do you know what today is? Do you want me to show you what today is? Nah, you're not in a hurry because we got the word of God.
Right.
But that's what our people like to do and say, we're in a hurry. I've got stuff to do.
Hello, young girl.
John chapter 8 and verse 32.
Yeah, young girl.
John 8 and 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Because we know the truth, and the truth is making us free.
Yes,
because we're
I know
free
you
from
know.
this bondage and slavery
you.
system that we're
New
under.
Cross, innit?
We know the truth.
New
We know
Cross.
that Putin and he's going to
We
set
know
off
what you're
his
doing.
ICBM. We're not in an elusive state where we say, oh, they've just got it there to threaten people. They got it there to threaten America. No, they made these things to use them at one point. But it's for the Most High to give the authority. We are out here to wake up the 1/3.
Right.
Bring out your precept.
Grab him, grab Esau.
Ezekiel 2 verse 8.
Find out, grab him.
But thou, son of man, hear what I have said. Say unto thee, be not thou rebellious like the rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat what I have given thee.
So we can't be rebellious like the rebellious house. We have to open our mouth and get it filled up with the law and hearken. Hearken means to listen unto God. You got any questions, Esau?
What do you think of Revelation 1:14?
Get it. This is what we think of you as well. Get me Job chapter 9 and verse 24. Get me St. John chapter 8 and verse 44. Get me Matthew chapter 12 and verse 33. Yeah. What? So you asked us what we think of Revelation 1 and 14. So don't walk away.
1:14.
Yeah, don't walk away.
You ask something, you're not supposed to listen to the answer.
Revelation 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So this is, you know what? For us to get the context, we need to start at 1. We're going to start at Revelation 1 and verse 1.
Revelations 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So, boy,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
listening.
the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What does revelation mean?
Something being revealed.
Alright, good boy. So, this is the revealing of Christ. Jump down to 30.
Revelations 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So in the midst of the 7 candlesticks in the menorah, one like the Son of Man. Who's the Son of Man?
Christ.
Good boy. You're a good boy, you know.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, so that means he has a garment on right down to his feet.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So he has a big championship belt on, because we need to teach you these things, not you teach us, because you teach us lies.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Mummy, sister, his head, this is Revelations 1 and 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So what does that mean? You tell me what that means. What do you think that means, Esau? Esau, what do you think that means?
Esau, that's not my name.
Yes, it is, because you're from Mount Seir. That's where you dwell. But what does that mean? His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Various things, but he was sinless.
No, what does it?
Other
We're not playing semantics. What does it mean?
One of the meanings is him being sinless.
It says his head and his hairs were white like wool. That's talking about the texture of his hair. Who has woolly textured hair? So-called black people have woolly textured hair, and it was white like wool. So he had white hair because he was full of wisdom. So this shows that Jesus Christ was a so-called Negro, which you people gave us a picture of Caesar Borgia and told us that was the depiction of Christ. This is the real depiction of Christ according to the Bible. So you just contradicted yourself, handing out flyers. What are you even handing out?
We don't believe in depicting Christ, by the way.
You idiot. It depicts Christ in the Bible. So you're handing out flyers, preaching what?
Preaching Christ's gospel.
How are you preaching Christ's gospel?
By
This is not for you to take up and preach. Bring it out, your precept.
Mark chapter 16, verse 15.
Psalms 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked God says, what hast thou to do to declare my statute, or thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
So what are you doing with God's words?
Right.
This isn't for you. What are you doing to declare his statutes? You don't declare his statutes.
That's right.
Because you're not an Israelite.
Right.
You're an Edomite.
What do you think of Mark 16, 15 then? Preach a good news unto all
We're
men.
saying to you that you are not an Israelite, so you can't preach the word of God properly. You will preach the word in lies and blasphemes. You won't show people the truth.
I am confident I will for all my other weaknesses.
No, you won't. Sister, don't take that flyer, because that flyer is not teaching you anything good. All praise.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes was a flame of fire. His eyes was red.
And his feet were like unto fine brass.
And his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass? Esau. Boy, what color is brass?
A brownish gold colour.
Okay, that's good, very good. Read up.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
And if you take a brownish golden color and burn it in a furnace, what color is it going to come out as?
Well, more brownish, I suppose.
No, it's going to come out dark. Well, you're right. It's going to come out black, dark, dark brown. That's the color of Jesus Christ, which you called, and his real name is Yahweh Shai. Showing you that. Why would you give us Caesar Borgia? Why are you handing out those? Don't take that flyer, sister. Why are you giving out those flyers? Because those flyers are probably teaching contrary to what the Bible says. Grant me, please.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So this is talking about you guys, Esau, in the Greek captivities, where you were painting the likeness of your own images. This is when we got Caesar Borgia. This is when they painted Moses as a so-called Caucasian. This is when they painted all the depictions of all the prophets as Caucasian, when they're not. So you are the real people of the Bible. You are frauds and imposters. So you can't be bringing out God's words and showing people what they're doing right from wrong, because you don't have any authority. God never set you to do it. And this is what you gave us.
We don't believe in depicting Christ.
So why you do it?
We don't.
You and your family do it?
Well, I'm an individual. My family goes
We
to other
alone are one
churches.
collective people.
But we don't believe in depicting.
Because you come off the lineage of Esau. Now let me show you when you came into the earth. Get me Genesis chapter 25.
Genesis. Genesis 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
But why are you leaving your lineage? This is your lineage we're bringing out.
All these things.
Alright, get me Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 1.
Bring it out!
Proverbs 21 and verse 8. Still active. 28 and verse 1. Someone get me Proverbs 28 and verse 1. Click on the sword.
28 and verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursue it.
Read it again.
The wicked flee when no man pursue it.
Read it one more time.
The wicked flee when no man pursue it.
But the
But the righteous are as bold as a lion.
And we're out here bold as a lion. We're not out here and we're not sugarcoating nothing.
Where you from?
We're telling Esau, you are the wicked of the Bible. We're telling Esau that you can't bring out the Bible. Because when you bring out the Bible, you cause confusion. You don't cause anything good. you know you shouldn't be shopping on the Sabbath day?
Right.
30 precepts.
First Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking who he may devour.
And that's what he was out here doing. This is why we have to be vigilant. Our people have to be vigilant.
Right.
They can't be
Hey, sister,
thinking that,
2 minutes at a time.
you know, what?
believe
I'm
that,
going to
man?
take up Christianity and I'm going to take up all kinds of religion. Because that's not you
Get well.
being vigilant. That's you falling into the devil's tricks, the devil's enchantments, the devil's ways of how to confuse you. Because Christianity has caused confusion on our people.
That's right.
They don't know whether they're Baptist, they don't know whether they're Catholic, they don't know whether they're Seventh-day Adventists, they don't know if they're Jehovah's Witness, they don't know these things. Because religion and denomination, it's something to confuse our people. But there's one truth. And this truth will make us free. Because our adversary is out here like a destroying lion, giving us all kinds of lies.
That's right.
Yeah, a precept.
Psalms 55 and verse 21. The word of his mouth is smoother than butter, but what was in his heart.
So the words of this guy's mouth was smoother than butter. Look how many treaties they've given out. Look how many things that they say smoothly, but they retract it back as soon as their narrative doesn't work for them. They promised us an acre and 40 acres of land and a mule. Where the hell is our reparations? But that's for God to reparate us.
His words were softer than oil, yet were drawn swords.
His words were softer than oil, but yet they were drawn swords. Because this guy, this woman, this guy and girl, they don't speak anything upright. They have drawn swords, they have war in their minds. You think that they're your friend, they're not your friend. Because you see if you're in a life and death situation with them, how quickly they will run away. Get me Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
This is the book of Job 9 and verse 24. You know.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The earth is given into this wicked Edomite's hands. And he covers the faces of the judges. That's why we have so many depictions that aren't the real depictions. Sister, did you know that cross is a graven image? What? Sister, I just want to teach you something. Give me 2 minutes. But they give us graven images and the earth is given into their hands. But the earth is going to be taken out of their hands because they are causing too much confusion on this earth.
This is the book of Job 8 and verse 22. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught.
So they that hate us, the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Helamites, all of these 17 nations that don't like us and hate us, there's shame's going to come upon them from the Most High. Because the Most High loves his people. He doesn't love every people. But our people want to include everybody. For what reason, I don't know. God gave you a separate inheritance in comparison to these people. These people have beaten your forefathers and foremothers. Meaning that you guys have Stockholm syndrome on you. Or else you wouldn't be sucking up to these people, doing what they say. You'd be taking the Sabbath off. You'd be honoring the Most High's name.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So we can't trust our enemies.
Never.
That's right. You got 2 minutes for God? You got 2 minutes for God. That's good. Alright. Yeah, get me Psalm 83. And we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Because do you know who you are according to the Bible? Pardon? Human. Alright. Did you know that God said you are set apart people in comparison to all people? Because who can run the best? Who can cook the best? Exactly. And God calls these other people, other nations, nothing. And we're going to show you that using the Bible. Not my words, the Most High's words.
Oh, that's not what my land is. I think
This is the book of Psalm 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So a tumult is a plan, is a trap. They come together, that's why they have countless meetings all throughout the year. How to entrap our minds, how to cause tyranny. That's why we have black and black violence. That's why we have gang postcode wars. That's why we have single parent households. Because these people said, kick the man out the house and make the boys grow up bare girly. Because can a woman teach a man how to be a man? No, she can do her best to, but she can't fully teach him how to be a man. Because there's certain things that a man can do that a woman can't. Read on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they that hate us have taken crafty counsel against us. Because not everyone's your friend on this earth. They hate us, so they take up crafty counsel on how to entrap us.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So they said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Let us cut them off from being who they truly are. Let us give them black. Let us give them Nigerian. Let us give them African. Let us give them Caribbean. These words are bywords. Africa is named after a Caucasian man called Leonardo Scipiano Africanus. America is named after another Caucasian, Americo Vespucci. There's another one. The Caribbean is an ocean. Why are we calling ourselves our names off of these land masses? Hold on.
Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel, hold on to that word, Israel may be no more in remembrance. Because that's the key word, Israel.
Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So we have become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. An astonishment is, how are these people come from being so mighty to so low? A proverb is a wise saying. Black people only eat chicken and watermelon. And a byword is terms like nigger, Negro, African, black, Jamaican, blackie, monkey, byword. Black British, black American, black African. Jump back to Psalm 83, please.
Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom are confederate against us. Are you listening, brother? Because this is your heritage. The tabernacles of Edom, Caucasians.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites, the Arabs.
Of Moab.
Of Moab. Chinese boy.
And the Agarenes.
And the Hagarenes, Africans. Because did you know, get me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. Because did you know that did you know that it was the Africans that sold so-called black people into slavery? So like, it was the Africans that sold the Israelites into slavery. Actually, where are you from? Like, where's your lineage from? You have Africa's a continent. Liberia. Where's that? What? East Coast or West Coast? Okay. What tribe? Bassa. Alright. We'll try the spirit anyway. But you're here listening, so that's the main thing. But get me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7.
This is book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So this is God saying against the children of Israel, no nation can move their tongue, because he compares all of these other nations to dogs.
Against man or beast, that ye may know, that the Lord will put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So the Hamites, who were the Africans, and Israel are two different people. They might have dark skin like us, but they're not us. We had to run to the west coast of Africa, so on and so forth, because we were running from Roman persecution in 70 AD. And it's documented in the Bible. We're going to get to that.
This is the book of Psalm 83 and verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Agarenes, Gibal and Ammon and Amalek.
Amalek is the one Israel now is portraying themselves as the Jewish. They are not the real Jew. They are frauds and fakers. So don't ever let them say that those bastards over there are the real Jews. Because they are imposters and they are not the real. There was one that was walking down the streets of Peckham on the Sabbath day buying things. Showing you that these people aren't the real people. Unless if they were, they would be obeying the Most High's laws. They are not obeying the Most High's laws. They're obeying their own laws.
The Philistine with the inhabitants of Tyre.
These are other sets of Hamitic people. Of Hamitic people. They are not Shemitic, because Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem and Japheth. We come off the Shemitic lineage. We don't come off the Hamitic or the Japhet lineage.
This is a compact Bible dictionary, right? This is put together by scholars who do research and know what they're talking about in the research that they do.
Because this compact Bible dictionary was not written by so-called black people, they were written by scholars, written by the other nations.
This is Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So he became the progenitor of the dark races, but listen keenly.
Not the Negroes.
But what?
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes.
But the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
That's who the Hamitic people are. So, and by the Spirit, you look like you're not by the Spirit, it's showing me that you're not a Hamitic people. So you probably are an Israelite by the Spirit. But we're going to prove to you, showing you the curses in Deuteronomy, how you would be an Israelite. Because not everyone's an Israelite. This is what people have been fooled with. That we are all one. John 3:16. But it's not how things go. Read it.
So my brother just said to you, those bastards over there are not the real people.
So this is in Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 6. And the bastard shall